Full disclosure, I almost talked myself out of making this video because I wasn't keen on handing out my little cheat code for content creation. But then I thought, why gatekeep something that truly saves hours and helps people get their content seen by a wider audience? So, here it is, the 3 AI-powered video tools that secretly keep my social channels alive and thriving. One of them is my absolute go-to, Vizard, but I will be completely honest about the other 2 because they all serve a very specific, important place in my stack. First up on the list is the power of auto-clipping, which is a complete game changer for repurposing content. I naturally do a lot of long-form production, covering everything from in-depth interviews to full podcast recordings, which is the whole production circus. Earlier this year, renting a professional studio, hiring camera people, and spending a week fine-tuning topics was an enormous upfront investment. After all that setup, 2 dedicated editors still had to spend days putting the final long episode together for posting. We posted the full-length thing to YouTube, and the return on investment was essentially 0. We got crickets. It truly felt like the massive amount of work simply did not justify the minimal reward we received from that effort. That completely shifted, however, the moment I started intelligently turning those long episodes into short, snappy vertical clips for mobile feeds. This is precisely where Vizard's auto-editing, the viral clips wizard, steps in to automate the heavy lifting. I dropped an entire 15-minute podcast episode into the Vizard interface, hit a few simple settings, and minutes later, it spit out multiple ready-to-post vertical clips. These aren't just random, mindless cuts. The AI is smart enough to find the specific moments that actually land with viewers, like genuine laughs or major takeaways. It performs smart face framing, ensuring you never end up with an awkward, zoomed-in, nose-only crop on the final output. The tool automatically generates clean, styled subtitles for every clip and even provides a performance scorecard, so you know which ones are primed to perform best. That intelligent scorecard alone is worth its weight in gold when you're trying to schedule a full week's worth of content and need to prioritize your efforts. Compare this speed to the manual route where you could use Premiere or Final Cut and genuinely spend hours just hunting for those subtle highlights manually. If you try those cheaper clip-generating tools, you often have to perform tons of manual trimming because they simply don't understand context. Some basic tools are fine for simple cuts, but they consistently miss the high-value, viral moments that drive views. Others tend to lock you into one specific output size, or they just do not handle batch processing tasks very well at all. Vizard truly hits that perfect sweet spot where it is incredibly fast, genuinely smart, and gives you many polished clips from one source video without needing constant babysitting. And since I know viewers always care deeply about the final polish, Vizard lets you tweak titles, swap in custom stock visuals, or add a funny GIF for comic relief. You can also select background music that is completely copyright-free, keeping your channel safe from strikes. Furthermore, you can animate the title text directly using professional presets, so the final look feels completely native to TikTok or Instagram Reels. Here is something I actually find myself using every single day: the AI-suggested caption feature for every post. The AI will propose a caption that perfectly matches the specific vibe and topic of the short clip, meaning you aren't sitting there inventing hooks at midnight. Okay, let's jump to tool number 2, which is all about subtitles and the crucial styling that goes with them. If you have ever spent time manually typing captions out line by line, then you already know the agonizing pain that process entails. It is tedious, painstakingly slow, and frankly, it is a borderline soul-crushing activity to perform consistently. Sure, there are transcription services like Rev or Temi, and platforms like Kapwing or Veed that handle basic subtitles, but they often just give you a plain SRT file. They leave the entire subsequent animation, styling, and matching of your brand fonts entirely up to you to figure out later. Vizard's subtitle workflow, in contrast, is stupidly simple. You just upload your video, choose auto subtitles, and the AI instantly transcribes the whole thing. From that starting point, you can instantly pick from preset subtitle styles that actually look modern, featuring bold, readable text with clean motion. You retain the power to tweak the font size, color, outline, shadow effects, and timing, making all adjustments on the fly as you watch. If you only need to change a single misspelled word, you just click right on the text and edit it without any hassle whatsoever. There are absolutely no nightmares involving re-exporting the entire video just for a one-word correction in the captions. If caring about accessibility and boosting viewer retention is important to you, which it absolutely should be, this feature alone justifies the entire tool. Now, to be completely real with you, some competing services might offer slightly better transcription accuracy for very niche accents or super technical industry jargon. However, those competitors frequently charge you per minute of audio processed or force you to download separate SRT files to then style in another external application. Vizard's core advantage is that you get perfect transcription, plus beautiful styling, plus the final export all in one single integrated place. This unified approach saves you considerable time while ensuring your brand aesthetic remains perfectly consistent across all your repurposed clips. The third essential tool that reliably saves my sanity on a weekly basis is the platform's powerful clean audio feature. Living in a busy city environment means that there is constantly some level of disruptive background noise invading your recordings. We are talking about loud traffic, heavy wind gusts, or that one neighbor who apparently thinks using a gas-powered leaf blower at 7 a.m. is a core personality trait. You know the type. I used to be forced to reshoot entire videos from scratch because the original audio track was simply unusable, which is an absolute massive time sink. To test its limits, I deliberately filmed a short segment while I was drying my hair. Yes, it was completely ridiculous. And the raw sound was unusable. After uploading that incredibly noisy file and simply toggling the clean audio feature on, the resulting difference was immediately and dramatically noticeable. This fantastic tool effectively isolates the human voice, scrubbing out irritating background hums and wind while maintaining natural vocal quality. Competitors like Descript have studio sound, and Adobe offers powerful noise reduction plugins, which are great for deep editing on a workstation. But for quick fixes needed across a batch of clips, Vizard's in-app cleanup is vastly faster and requires far less fiddling around in menus. So here is the holistic workflow that saves me literal hours every single week. Record long-form content, upload it all into Vizard, and let the auto editor find the best clips. Then you just tweak the titles and visuals, auto-generate the styled subtitles, run the clean audio feature if required, and then schedule everything out across your platforms. Then schedule. That entire streamlined process naturally brings me to two other features that are not sexy, but are absolutely game-changing: auto-schedule and the content calendar. The auto-schedule function is essentially the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it solution for consistently posting your valuable content. You tell the system exactly how often you want to publish content, select your optimal posting windows, and the clips are automatically dropped into your distribution queue. This means absolutely no more manually posting clips one by one, and certainly no more missing out on your very best engagement time slots. And the content calendar feature lets you visualize absolutely everything in one single, consolidated view. All your current edits, all your scheduled posts, and clips needing final captions. It's truly amazing to realize just how much essential mental bandwidth this centralized management frees up for the creator. Instead of constantly obsessing over the tiny minutia of daily distribution, I can finally focus my energy on planning future content strategy again. To provide a balanced perspective, there are tools that focus exclusively on scheduling and analytics, and they do those specific jobs really well, like Buffer or Later. The key difference is that they completely skip the entire content creation side: the clipping, the subtitle styling, the audio cleanup, meaning you pay for multiple separate services. Vizard compresses that entire, complicated, multi-tool workflow into one seamless platform, which is a huge advantage for creators with limited time. Which, I mean, is literally everyone. Let me give you a quick note on pricing and overall fit. Some competitors might be cheaper if you only need one single feature, like just a transcription service. Others are very expensive enterprise-level tools that are simply complete overkill for solo creators or even small, agile teams to manage effectively. Vizard sits perfectly in that powerful sweet spot. Robust enough for a growing channel, but not so complex that you need a video engineering degree to operate it daily. Also, please do not get me wrong. I still use other specific applications for specialized jobs sometimes in my overall process. If I am doing incredibly heavy sound design work or requiring highly advanced color grading, I will definitely jump into a dedicated program like Premiere. If I need a legally airtight, super accurate transcript for compliance, I might send the audio file off to a human specialist service for verification. But for the remaining 90% of my total weekly content creation output across all platforms, Vizard handles everything I need, and it does it exceptionally fast. Let me give you one specific real-world example. One 20-minute interview I conducted was successfully repurposed into 12 unique vertical clips. Vizard's AI immediately flagged 3 of those 12 clips as having the highest potential to go viral or perform exceptionally well on their own. I scheduled those 3 high-potential clips to deploy over the following 2 weeks, each with slightly different captions and custom thumbnails. 2 of those featured clips subsequently hit engagement numbers much higher than my normal average, and that success alone covered the studio rental and editor's entire pay for that episode. That kind of simple, clear ROI math is ultimately what makes the initial heavy lifting of long-form content genuinely worth the time and investment. Wrapping everything up now, this entire unified workflow is the true content creation cheat code that I rely on. You must utilize a smart autoclipper that accurately finds the moments your actual audience cares deeply about to drive views. Next, you need to add professional, stylized subtitles so your content is instantly accessible and engages those crucial mute scrollers on the feed. Finally, you need a reliable in-app audio cleanup solution, so you never have to waste precious hours reshooting unusable footage ever again. If you are looking for that one powerful tool that ties all those individual steps together seamlessly, Vizard is absolutely the one I reach for every time. It might not be the perfect solution for every single granular task out there, but it saves me countless hours and consistently gets my content in front of people. If you found this detailed explanation useful for your own content process, please save this video, share it with a friend, or don't hoard the knowledge. Pay it forward. I plan on continuing to make more videos specifically about workflows and little hacks that actually scale your content operation effectively. Thank you so much for watching, and I sincerely look forward to seeing you again in the very next video.